Race week again, and thank God. Because what is it? 21 days since the last Grand Prix started, and let me tell you, it's been a long time, especially since Hulkenberg got that podium on this F1 state entered absolute euphoria. Ladies and gentlemen, it's race week again, and this is my preview for the Belgian Grand Prix. Before we continue, please like and subscribe down below. It helps out the channel more than you know. This is Formula Party, let's get into it. It's been an age since I feel like I've heard the words Formula One. It's been really quiet. It's been an age before we had the last race, and we're just about to head into summer shutdown, so it's about to get really quiet. But before that, we have two Grand Prix to take us through to the summer break, and it's going to be exciting. There's a lot to catch up on, starting with obviously Christian Horner being sacked by Red Bull. This came out of nowhere. This was an absolute shock, and it sent shockwaves throughout the F1 world. But it's been a while and we've had a time to think about it, process, and changes have been made. Laurent Mekies comes in at the top at Red Bull, and it's Alain Permain who's taken his place at VCAR. That Red Bull team has been run by the same man in the same way for probably the best part of around 20 years. It's going to be a big change seeing Laurent Mekies at the helm, running the team his way, making his changes, and most importantly, seeing if he can keep Max Verstappen around, because that's the biggest topic of Formula One right now. The whispers around the paddock for the longest time have been saying that this Red Bull Ford engine isn't looking good at all. And pairing that with the latest regulation changes where the ground effect part of the car has been scrapped for 2026 onwards, that's basically eliminating all of Red Bull's advantage going into 2026. And that basically puts Mercedes on pole position for 2026. But coming back to the now, it's Red Bull who have the problems. Max can put that car on pole comfortably, but race pace, it's just not there. They're bringing a new front wing this weekend, and hopefully that will help them with their race pace, but I can't see it being life changing. We'll find out in the race. And in terms of leadership changes, this is also a pretty big time for VCOB as well. This is their second new team principal since the 2024 season, and they've always had a grand period of stability. This season, they've looked pretty good, and the car's been pretty decent, so let's hope that continues and Alan Permain can keep running that steady ship. Realistically, though, the most important thing I want to hear about is this Ferrari upgrade. Now, they've been singing about this for time and time and time, and it should have been here in Silverstone, but it wasn't. Lo and behold, we do finally get to see it this weekend. This suspension tweak. Is it going to fix the car? I hope so. The paddock rumours have been singing about this Ferrari rear suspension upgrade and about how it's going to heal the car. And looking at the telemetry data, it does show that the new suspension is working in synergy with the new floor introduced in Austria and is showing positive signs. But that's just a load of talk. We want to see results. And this does seem like a good step in the right direction of finally running that Ferrari low enough and in a ride height that's more optimal for its performance. But like I said, we'll see. What was nice was to see all the reports come out and say that Ferrari tested its suspension with no issues. But then, given their track record, maybe there were issues and they just couldn't find them because let's face it, they just love designing a problematic car that they know nothing about. Oh, and in other news, George Russell is still waiting for a Mercedes contract, but you already knew that. Thank you, Max Verstappen. Going on to the customary Alpine hate watch section of the video, and what I'm hearing is no upgrades this week as well. And it's such a shame because it wasn't so long ago that they were singing about their 100 race plan and how they're going to change the world and be competing at the front for winning races. But in all fairness, good on them for switching all focus to 2026 because they've got no hope this year. But it would have been nice to see them bring the last huge upgrade for this season, like most teams are doing, and start laying the foundations for a good 2026 car. But they just don't want to. Fair enough, they're Alpine. Looking at the track itself, I have to say this is my favorite track layout. It's just such a cool shape and it offers a lot. But at the same time, it's an assortment of 19 corners, a mix of high speed, low speed, long corners, short corners, and a lot of rain. And you know, rain can add a lot of chaos to races, but this track is just one of them places where the moment it gets a little bit wet, the race is the most boring thing in the world, and it absolutely nerfs the race. It might not even be worth watching sometimes, but It do be like that sometimes, and we're gonna watch it anyway, for the love of the game. Now, since this is a race preview, it's only right that I make some predictions for this weekend as well. And it is a sprint weekend, so things could get interesting. Come sprint quali, I reckon it's going to be business as usual. This time I reckon it's going to be Lando Norris that sticks it on pole and Oscar Piastri right behind him. We'll see all of the usual suspects in the top eight, and then I reckon there's going to be a cheeky Nico Hulkenberg Q3 appearance. Sorry, SQ3 appearance, but he'll be there. He'll still be riding off that high in Silverstone, and he's going to keep going. Once the sprint race kicks off, though, Lando's going to do what Lando does best. He's going to bottle it by turn one. Scopiastri's going to overtake him, and he's going to run away with the win. Second will be Lando. Third, Lewis. Fourth, Charles. Max will be there somewhere. George Russell will still be at the back, crying about the fact that he doesn't have a contract yet. But that's how I think the sprint race will look. On to the top five for the race, and this is where we're going to see a shot. I'm going to say it. Lewis Hamilton takes a checkered flag this race. Those Ferrari upgrades are going to come in clutch. That floor, that suspension, that low ride height, it's all going to be in action, working together in a sweet symphony. Lewis Hamilton is going to cross the finish line first, taking his first win in a Ferrari, and I'm here for it. Right behind him is going to be Max Verstappen, just like the good old days. And behind them, Piastri Norris, 3 and 4, and George Russell will be fifth. But that's my top five for this race weekend. I think I've made a bold shout there, but the Ferrari delusion is at an all-time high. And what are you going to do about it? Hulkenberg will be in the points again, so will Bortoletto, so will Isaac Hadjar. And as far as my bold predictions go, I'm going to go with the Carlos Sainz DNF. I think this one's got Carlos Sainz DNF around all over it. He is having such a hit and miss season, and he just doesn't seem comfortable in that Williams car yet. It's a different car to a Ferrari, but he'll get used to it eventually. Just not quite yet. Let me know your top five predictions and one bold shout in the comments down below, and I'll see you after the race. This is Formula Party, and thanks for watching.